Hare Krishna, I am Rajat Krishna Das and following is Shlok 50 from Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, contents of Gita summarized. Buddhi-yukto jahätéha ubhe sukåta-duñkåte tasmäd yogaù yujyasva yogaù karmasu kauçalam. A man engaged in devotional service rids himself of both good and bad reactions even in this life. Therefore, strive for yoga, endeavor for it, which is art of all work. The art of work is to act in such a way that we become free from both good and bad reactions. Dutiful detached work in knowledge protects one from the reaction of the activities. We must work, but we should be detached from the result of the work. Gyanis desire to become free from the result of the work by renouncing all activities, but the same result, same effect can be very easily achieved by working with a detachment from the result of the work. For example, mercury is poisonous, but in the hands of Ayurvedic doctor, it becomes a medicine. Similarly, work with the attachment of the result leads to entanglement in the material world, keeps one in the cycle of birth and death. One has to enjoy or suffer his good and bad reactions, whereas work with a detachment from the result of it leads to liberation. One gets free from this entanglement of a material world, from the cycle of birth and death. One who performs actions with spiritual intelligence is superior. By the grace of Lord Krishna, one becomes free from the result of good actions which leads to heaven, and also get rid from evil actions which lead to hell. Therefore, one should work in the sacred science of yoga. One should offer the result of his work onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This science is known as karma yoga. This science of yoga is actual skill in performing activities. This science turns even the normal activities which normally leads to bondage in a material world, in heaven and hell, it turns it into spiritual activities which ultimately leads to liberation by giving the result of the work onto the Supreme God. Lord Krishna is instructing us to direct the consciousness by spiritual intelligence. One should not be attached or view it as very important, give it importance in life, the fame, power, relation, wealth, all these things which one achieve in his life, in the course of life, but one should be detached from all these things. One should be attached to those superior merits, those qualities which one achieved by meditation on the Supreme Lord. The qualities such as righteousness, compassion to all living entities, love of God and devotion. All these qualities which one achieved by meditation. Since time immemorial, each living entity has accumulated various reactions of his good and bad work, reactions of his pious and impious work, and because of this he is completely in ignorance, and one who is situated in ignorance, whose consciousness is in ignorance, whatever sacrifice, charity, penance or austerity one perform, even for thousands of years, gives no benefit. This is well defined in many Vedic scriptures. Therefore, it is clearly to be understood that ignorant do not gain anything spiritual from their actions. Once ignorance can be removed by the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, which teaches one to surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna in all respect and get liberated from this chain victimization of birth and death. We are therefore advised to work in Krishna consciousness. Knowledge of Supreme Lord Krishna is spiritual intelligence. One who acts with this spiritual intelligence and renounce the result of his work attains liberation. One who works in this karma yoga get rid of good and bad reactions of his work. Living life according to instruction of Bhagavad Gita is actual art of living.